Hey friends, today I want to talk about something super important: worship. It's a topic that's close to my heart, and I believe it's absolutely essential for every believer to understand. Now, if you've spent any time in church, you know worship is that time when the whole room just lifts up their voices and hearts to God. It's a collective expression of love, gratitude, and adoration towards our Creator. It's powerful, right? There's an undeniable energy and connection that fills the atmosphere when we come together and worship. But here's the thing. Sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the moment and start focusing on ourselves. We can unintentionally shift the focus from God to our own abilities or feelings. Maybe you've got a killer voice, or you can absolutely crush it on guitar. And suddenly, it's more about showing what you can do, rather than who you're singing to. It becomes a performance, rather than a genuine act of worship. Look, excellence in music is awesome. It's a gift straight from God. He has blessed so many with incredible talents, and we should absolutely use those talents to glorify Him. But it's not the point of worship. Skill and talent are simply tools, and the focus should always be on the one we are worshiping. The real purpose? It's all about Jesus. He is the reason we gather, the reason we sing, and the reason we worship. It's about making Him the center of attention, not us. Our worship should be a spotlight shining brightly on Jesus, drawing everyone's attention to His glory and grace. So what does true worship look like? What are the characteristics of worship that truly honors God? It looks like love. Love for God and love for one another. It looks like forgiveness. Extending grace to those who have wronged us, just as Christ has forgiven us. Kindness. Showing compassion and empathy to those in need. Compassion. Reaching out to the marginalized and offering a helping hand. All the stuff that Jesus Himself was all about. He embodied love, forgiveness, kindness, and compassion in every aspect of His life. When I step up to worship, whether that's on stage, in my seat, or even at home, I want people to see Jesus through me. I want my actions, my words, and my attitude to reflect His character. I want them to leave thinking, wow, Jesus is real, He's here with us. I want them to experience His presence in a tangible way. Because here's the secret: Jesus really does dwell with His people. He promises to be present wherever 2 or 3 are gathered in His name. When my heart is locked into that truth, the Holy Spirit is free to move. When we truly believe in His presence, we open ourselves up to the power of the Holy Spirit. And you know what the Spirit loves to do? Point everyone right back to Jesus. The Holy Spirit's primary mission is to glorify Jesus and lead us into a deeper relationship with Him. Not to the band, not to the worship leader, but to the one who actually changes lives. The one who can heal the brokenhearted, set the captives free, and transform us from the inside out. Think about Paul and Silas. These guys were thrown into prison, literally beaten, chained up, no hope in sight. They were facing unimaginable hardship and suffering. You know what they did? They worshiped. They sang out to God, not to impress anyone, but because their hearts were locked on Jesus. Their worship was a genuine expression of their faith and trust in God, even in the midst of their suffering. And what happened? God shook the prison, broke their chains, and even the jailer and his whole family ended up meeting Jesus. Their act of worship opened the door for a miraculous encounter with God. Paul and Silas didn't point to themselves, they pointed to Christ. They directed all the attention and glory to Jesus, the source of their strength and salvation, and the Holy Spirit took it from there. The Holy Spirit empowered them to witness to the jailer and his family, leading them to salvation. So here's what I want you to remember. True worship isn't about putting on a show or getting attention. It's not about impressing others with our talents or abilities. It's about revealing Jesus, His love, His grace, His presence. It's about making Him known to the world through our lives and our worship. When you make your life about pointing to Him, the Holy Spirit can move in ways you can't even imagine. He can use you to touch lives, heal hearts, and bring hope to a world in need. Let's be worshipers who show the world how real Jesus is by the way we love, forgive, and serve. Let our actions speak louder than our words, demonstrating the love of Christ to everyone we encounter. Let's make it all about Him and watch what happens. I believe that when we prioritize Jesus in our worship and in our lives, we will see amazing things happen. Thanks for listening. I hope this has encouraged you to reflect on the true purpose of worship and to make Jesus the center of your life.